Nervous about an L4-5 disc bulge coming back? In this video, I'm showing you 5 of the best advanced core strengthening exercises for an L4-5 disc bulge recovery. These exercises are designed for the later stages of recovery to strengthen your core, support your lower back, and help reduce the risk of another disc injury. Be sure to watch all the way to the very end because the final exercise trains your core to resist twisting forces, helping protect your L4-5 disc from the rotational stress that can pinch or aggravate it. Let's get started. I'm Dr. Chris Cameron, a chiropractor right here in Lucan, Ontario. Before I show you the 5 advanced core exercises, let me first explain to you who they are not for. If you have an L4-5 or L5-S1 disc bulge or herniation with severe lower back pain, with sciatica, or you're going through a flare-up of an old disc injury, these exercises are not for you. At that stage, your priority isn't advanced strengthening. It's reduction of pain, irritation, with things like gentle mobility exercises, things like nerve flossing, and the right treatment to help calm the inflammation. These exercises here are intended for later stages of recovery, when the leg pain is improving and beginning to centralize. Your lower back pain has been settling down. Your posture is improving, and you're able to do at least 80% of your normal daily activities. If this sounds like you, these exercises may be appropriate. Of course, it's always a good idea to be evaluated and cleared by your healthcare provider before starting any kind of new exercise program. With that said, let's get started with exercise number 1, the McGill curl up. The first exercise, the McGill curl up, this is an excellent way to begin rebuilding core strength because it activates your abdominal muscles without repeatedly bending your lower back. After an L4-5 disc bulge, your spine, it really needs stability more than movement. By teaching your core to brace and support your lower back, this exercise helps protect the healing disc during everyday activities and prepares for more challenging exercises later on in your recovery process. Start by simply laying flat on your back. One leg is straight, the other knee is bent, placing that foot flat onto the floor. Slide both hands underneath the natural curve of your lower back. Your hands act as a guide, helping you maintain the normal arch in your lumbar spine throughout the entire exercise. You want to avoid flattening your back into the floor. You also want to prevent any excessive arching in the lower back. Before you lift, gently tighten your abdominal muscles as if you were preparing for someone to lightly poke you in the stomach. Keep your neck relaxed and in a natural, neutral position. Avoid forcing your chin towards your chest, and slowly lift your head, neck, and shoulders together as one solid unit. Think about lifting your upper body just enough for your shoulder blades to just barely leave the floor. Think of sliding a piece of paper in between them. You are not trying to perform a sit-up. Your elbows should naturally lift slightly off the ground. Hold that position for 10 seconds while continuing to breathe normally. Slow, relaxed breaths are important because they teach your core to stay engaged during everyday activities instead of relying on holding your breath. Slowly lower your back down under control, pause briefly, and then repeat. A good starting point is the Dr. Stuart McGill descending repetition approach. First of all, you perform 5 repetitions, take a break. Then 3 repetitions, take a break. Then 2 repetitions, take a break. Hold each rep for 10 seconds. The goal is to focus on perfect technique rather than trying to do more repetitions. You should feel the muscles across the front of your abdomen working, but you should not feel increased pain in your lower back or pain in any kind shooting down your leg. If you notice your back is flattening against your hands, your neck straining, or that means you're generally probably lifting too high off the ground. Solution? Reduce the height of the movement and concentrate on maintaining a neutral spine. Only continue with this exercise if the exercise feels comfortable and your symptoms remain stable or improve afterward. As your core endurance increases over time, you can gradually add repetitions or an extra set before progressing to longer holds. The second exercise is the side plank. While the McGill curl up strengthens the front of your core, the side plank targets the muscles of the sides of your trunk, including obliques and quadratus lumborum. These muscles play an important role in stabilizing the L4-5 segment by preventing your spine from collapsing or bending sideways during everyday activities like walking, carrying groceries, climbing stairs. Building strength here creates a stronger, more balanced core that helps protect your lower back from unnecessary stress. To perform this exercise, lie on your side with your elbow directly underneath your shoulder and your forearm resting comfortably on the floor. Bend your bottom arm to about 90 degrees, then place your top foot flat on the floor in front of the bottom foot instead of stacking your feet. This staggered position provides better balance and makes it easier to maintain proper alignment. Place your top hand across your opposite shoulder or on the front of your chest. This will prevent you from using your arm for support. Before lifting, gently brace your abdominal muscles, then press your forearm through the ground and lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from the shoulders to your knees to the feet. Avoid letting your hips drift backwards or rotate forwards, or allowing your hips to sag towards the floor. You want to be able to keep your head in line with the rest of your body and continue breathing normally throughout the entire hold. You want to hold this position for 10 seconds, then slowly lower your hips back down to the floor with control. Perform 10 repetitions and then do the same on the opposite side. You should feel the muscles along the side of your abdomen and hip working quite hard. It's normal for these muscles to fatigue quickly, but you should not feel pain in your lower back. You also should not feel any pain in the shoulder or the neck. If your hips begin to sag or your body starts to rotating backwards or forwards, or you can't maintain a straight line, simply stop the repetition, take a break, reset, and then go again. Good quality is far more important than holding the position longer with poor technique. Only perform this exercise if it feels comfortable and it doesn't increase your back or leg symptoms. As your strength gradually improves, you can gradually increase the number of repetitions before increasing the hold time. The goal here is to build endurance and stability while maintaining perfect form throughout the entire repetition. The third exercise is called the bird dog. Together with the McGill curl up and the side plank, these three exercises make up the Dr. Stuart McGill Big Three. They're a series of core stabilization exercises designed to build endurance in the muscle that supports your spine while placing minimal stress on the lumbar discs. This is exactly what you want during the later stages of recovery of an L4-5 disc bulge. The bird dog specifically strengthens your lower back, glutes, and the deep core muscles, while teaching your spine to stay stable as your arms and legs move in various directions. This will help to reduce unnecessary twisting, bending, and sagging in your lower back during everyday activities. Begin on your hands and knees with your hands directly underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. Keep your head and your neck in a neutral position, looking down towards the floor. Before moving, gently brace your abdominal muscles to stabilize your spine. Slowly extend one arm straight out in front of you while reaching the opposite leg straight behind you. Think about making your body as long as possible. Reach forward with your fingertips while pushing your heel backwards. Keep your arm, torso, and leg in one straight line. Avoid lifting your leg too high. If you lift your leg too high, your lower back tends to begin to arch too much, placing more stress on the L4-5 disc. Keep your hips level throughout the entire movement and your toes pointing towards the floor. Hold this position for 1 to 2 seconds while gently squeezing your glutes on the extended leg. Then slowly return to the starting position while keeping complete control before repeating on the opposite side. Perform 10 repetitions per side and work up to 3 sets. Rest about 60 seconds between sets. You should feel your glutes, abdominal muscles, and the muscles along the lower back working together to keep your body steady. The movement should feel slow and controlled rather than like a balance exercise. If your hips rotate, your lower back begins to arch, or you're unable to keep the body level, reduce how far you reach until you can maintain proper form. Only perform this exercise if it feels comfortable and does not increase your back or leg symptoms. And as you increase your strength and stability will improve, gradually increase the number of repetitions or extend the hold to 5 seconds while maintaining perfect technique. Remember, it's always better to perform fewer high-quality repetitions than more repetitions with poor form. The fourth exercise is the dead bug. Now that you've built solid foundation with the big three, it's time to increase the challenge. The dead bug trains the deep core muscles to keep your lower back stable while your arms and legs move in opposite directions. This closely mimics everyday activities and helps improve the coordination and control needed to protect the L4-5 disc during walking, reaching, lifting, and other functional movements of the day. Begin by lying flat on your back with both arms reaching straight up towards the ceiling. You want to go ahead and lift both legs so that your hips and knees are bent at 90 degrees. Your knees should be directly over the hips with your shins parallel to the floor. Before you start moving, gently brace your abdominal muscles and press your lower back lightly into the floor. The goal is to keep your lower back in this position throughout the entire exercise. Slowly lower one arm overhead while extending the opposite leg towards the floor at the same time. Only lower your arm and leg as far as you can without allowing your lower back to lift off the floor. Pause briefly at the bottom of the movement, then slowly return to the starting position. Before repeating with the opposite arm and leg, perform 10 repetitions on each side and work up to 3 sets. Rest for about 60 seconds between each set. You should feel your abdominal muscles working continuously to keep your spine stable. The movement should feel controlled and deliberate and not rushed in any way. If your lower back begins to arch away from the floor, you've gone beyond your current level of control. Simply reduce how far you lower your arm and leg until you can maintain a stable lower back throughout the entire movement. Only perform this exercise if it feels comfortable, and it does not increase your back or leg symptoms. As your core strength improves, gradually increase the number of repetitions before progressing to a slower repetition or a longer pause at the bottom of the movement. Maintaining excellent control is far more important than moving through a larger range of motion. The final exercise is the Pallof press. This is one of the best functional core exercises you can do for recovering from an L4-5 disc bulge because it teaches your core to resist rotation rather than create it. During everyday activities like carrying groceries, getting in and out of the car, reaching across your body, or lifting something with one hand, your spine is constantly being exposed to twisting forces. Your deep core muscles should prevent that unwanted movement, helping to protect the L4-5 disc bulge from excessive rotation and stress. To perform this exercise, attach a resistance band to a sturdy anchor, such as a door frame or a door anchor. Stand sideways to the anchor point and hold the band with both hands. Step away from the anchor point until you feel a light tension in the band. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Soften your knees slightly and gently brace your abdominal muscles. Bring your hands to the center of your chest with your shoulders relaxed and your body facing straight ahead. Slowly press your hands straight out in front of your chest until your arms are fully extended. As you do this, the band will try to rotate your body towards the anchor point. Your job is to resist that pull by keeping your shoulders, your hips, and your torso feeling solid and perfectly square. Hold this extended position for 3 seconds, then slowly bring your hands back towards your chest under complete control. Perform 10 repetitions on each side and work up to 3 sets. Rest for about 60 seconds between each set. You should feel your abdominal muscles working hard to keep your body from rotating. The movement should feel very stable with only your arms moving while the rest of your body remains completely still. Avoid leaning away from the band or towards the band, shrugging your shoulders, or twisting your hips as you press forward. If you can't keep your torso steady, reduce the resistance until you can perform the exercise with excellent control. Only perform this exercise if it feels comfortable and doesn't increase your lower back or leg symptom. As strength improves, increase the resistance while maintaining perfect form. The goal here is to build a core that automatically stabilizes your spine during the twisting forces you encounter in everyday life. There you have it. Those are the 5 best advanced core strengthening exercises for an L4-5 disc bulge recovery. By progressing through these exercises, you're not just strengthening your core, you're improving the entire stability of your spine, helping protect your healing discs, and reducing the risk of another injury down the road as you return to normal activities. If you follow along with these exercises, which one do you think will help you the most? Was it the bird dog or the Pallof press? Drop a comment down below and let me know. If you found value in this video, please give it a like and share it with someone dealing with an L4-5 disc bulge or disc herniation. Doing that helps more people find practical non-surgical solutions that may help them move better. And if you want more exercises like this and you want to learn about treatment options like non-surgical spinal decompression, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Now, if you'd like to learn more about our 8-step multimodal treatment protocol to help patients recover from sciatica, leg pain, disc bulges, and disc herniations, click on the next video up above. I'll walk you through the exact approach we use to help reduce pain, improve function, and get people back to doing the activities they enjoy.